Castle in the Air by Diana Wynne Jones is the second book of her trilogy. It takes place in the same world as Howl's Moving Castle. However, this story focuses more on Abdullah. He is a young man who is a carpet merchant in Zanzibar, a very Arabian sort of style, bazaar-like place. He runs a carpet place inherited from his father, who gave him 400 gold coins in order to set up shop. So he buys other carpets and from other places and then sells them at a profit at his place. He's been building up money and daydreams that he's like a secret prince and he's sort of whisked away and he's, you know, just a carpet merchant for a little bit. However, he has a great friendship with Jamal, the fried squid stall next to his. And one day, a mysterious stranger strolls in with a really dirty, beat-up carpet and says, "I would like 1,000 gold coins for this." And you know, Abdullah's like, "What?" And then he finds out that it is a magic carpet that will allow him to fly. So the first thing he does is he sleeps on the carpet to make sure it doesn't go away. He wakes up in a palace garden of a beautiful woman named Flower of the Night, or Flower in the Night. Flower of the Night. And anyways, so he falls in love, and she's only seen her own father and him, so he wishes to obviously marry her. However, he can only utter the magic words in his sleep, though. So it becomes a sort of interesting little mix of different tropes we've seen in Arabian Nights fables or like Aladdin. So there's like a magic lamp that shows up later. More allies and things like that. It's a really interesting adventure fantasy story, but I also like the sort of small tidbits of world building because Zanzibar is different from Ingari, which is where Howl's Moving Castle takes place. So something that Abdullah does is he utters a lot of flattery in his dialogue, so using alliteration if he can. So if he were to bump into a powerful sorcerer and, you know, the sorcerer wants a carpet, he'd be like, "Oh, master of magics, you know, sorcerer supreme," stuff like that, you know, roll off the tongue, flattery. Also, they're people of Zanzibar are really into bargaining and haggling, to the point where it's almost like how you do coffee in the morning, you know. So like if you wanted to sell something for 100 gold coins, you know, the guy wanting to buy it would literally go up to you and be like, "I'll give you 10." And then you start from there, and an hour later you basically walk away with something that both parties want. But it's never a quick thing. It's more of a that's like the way it is, you know. You bargain the hell out of whatever you want and you lowball to start and then work your way to the middle ground. So those are some really interesting tidbits I liked about the world of Zanzibar. It's not just let's just create a new character in another part of town. There's a lot of stuff going on. The storyline, the first half is more interesting because you get that whimsical sort of you know, magic. There's the magic carpet, there's the magic lamp, and then the second half starts to slow down a bit once we reveal some stuff and it becomes an adventure story, rescuing princess, of course. And then the ending is a little bit underwhelming, to be honest. A lot of stuff just sort of happens. There's no clever build-up or anything. It kind of copies the same sort of resolution of Howl's Moving Castle, where things sort of just happen. So I didn't like that, but overall it was still an interesting book to check out. I wanted to read it. It takes place in the same world as Howl's Moving Castle. So I give Castle in the Air a 3 out of 5.